Hi, my name is Will. I'm the founder of Project 369. And in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit more background as to who we are and how we work and take some questions. So as a kind of top line, Project 369 brings together people and companies into what I call a kind of community, a network and an ecosystem that combines talent, strategy, tech and services into one offering. What's unique about Project 369 is that our entire premise is that the bit that we are good at is the ability to go out and source, procure, to find people and talent that are best of breed. We believe that if you actually want to be truly 360, if you like, and to be able to cover the bases, you can't do this within one shop, within one place, but you can, if you're really good, to be able to go and combine the fantastic array of talent and services that exist within this industry and make your job the bit of putting them together. So that's what we do at Project 369. We understand that within the video games industry, there are a whole range of specialist service companies that tend to be really good and very good at crafting and executing usually within one channel or two channels that they're specialist in. So typically media buying or influencers or trailers. And if you're a client, it's very difficult to get a response from any one of those service companies that's able to develop thinking and strategy that goes end to end and beyond the area of expertise that they have. So that's where Project 369 comes in. Because we have this network approach, we're able to bring people together that have got this specialist knowledge and specialist expertise and use them and combine them so that we're actually able to kind of do much broader thinking that is much more joined up, but has the benefit of that kind of specialist knowledge of how to get something to work within a particular channel. So that is what makes us unique, and that is what we work on. That is why we are inviting a whole range of people into our community. What's interesting from a service perspective is that the available technologies, particularly marketing technologies, are changing massively. And now, particularly in the area of data, research and analysis, we're seeing lots of new tools being made available and at a price point that gives access to a lot more people. So, for example, in the past, if you take a kind of creative agency's experience, they possibly wouldn't have had the access to data and analysis. But now you can see that these tools are becoming available. It's a very interesting space. So we're working with a number of companies that are able to provide that. Of course, the key from our perspective, it's not just the platform, it is the actual expertise of knowing what are the questions to ask and how can you turn, data and analysis into actionable insights. That, of course, is the kind of key point that we want to deliver on here. We think Project 369 is unique in that we are actually not providing one single service. Our whole ethos is based upon facilitating cooperation between people and companies that are able to work together and to increase their value, make it greater than the sum of the parts. So that is our specialization, is in actually understanding what companies and individuals are able to provide and then being able to kind of help them to do their best work. And this is what we think it benefits both them and it benefits the clients of the recipients of the value of that work as well. Well, the first point, I guess, is that everyone that we work with works to a high quality anyway. But moreover, I think the expertise that we have is actually from a robust project managing skill, the ability to actually plot out a project, to have good processes around the kind of coordination and communication around those. And that's how we deliver the value. We allow the experts to deliver what they're best at doing, but we actually put together a project with the good sense and the rigor to make sure that runs smoothly and puts together, if you like, the kind of quality management system that goes behind that to ensure that, kind of client objectives are met. Because most of the businesses, service businesses and companies and agencies working in the video game service business tend to be small companies, even if they are acquired into a big group like Keywords, for example. And as such, it's great because individual companies tend to be very agile, but at the same time, they struggle to make that kind of investment into things like R&D. So things like strategy, things like being able to kind of adopt to new trends and technology is generally speaking quite a challenge because these companies don't tend to operate at sufficient scale to have a dedicated function to look at that. But from Project 369 perspective, we think we go some way towards solving that because we're able to have a kind of top-down view and we're able to work with so many different people and companies within our network. We can not only kind of, if you like, move in an agile way to embrace new ideas, but also to kind of share learnings and best practice from within the group itself. So it's a huge advantage. You can actually learn so much from other peer companies than you're going to necessarily find from elsewhere. It's a really valuable facility that actually helps the clients, but it also helps the members of the group, kind of grow and augment and develop and innovate their services as well at the same time. That's our plan. Each individual and each company really, in some ways, provides their own motivation as to why they want to work with that. So I don't think we change that particularly, but what we are able to change is the converse of it. So how do we make sure that things go right and that things don't, fall apart? And one of the things that's often the case where people are not motivated or they don't deliver their best work is where there's a mismatch between either the skills that they have and the skills that are required of the brief or the challenge, or maybe it's a capacity thing where they perhaps feel the need to take something on for a whole range of reasons, but they don't actually have the ability to deliver it. They're just too busy. Now, we build that into our method because we're always able to try to find the best people for whom the brief is suited. And as well, because we are not necessarily, we don't have to give a project to anybody if we don't feel they have the capacity to do that. There is that kind of check and balance that is built into the way that we work. So everyone is able to, we're suiting the right person, the right company at the right time to each brief. So there's a few things about video game services and the way that we see it. One is that they're likely to grow. The second thing is that they are very disrupted. There's a lot of change within it. But both of these things are exciting to us. So the fact that we are this kind of network and a cooperative group of companies means that there is this ability to share best practice and ambition and know-how, which helps the companies to grow. So we expect growth. We expect growth in terms of bringing in companies and people to us, but we also expect those companies to grow in themselves as well. And we think that we support that. We help that because we're able to kind of tap people into expertise and support that they wouldn't otherwise get if they were on their own. Similarly, we see the opportunity to embrace new technologies and new processes. We'd like to believe that we're a home for people who have new ideas or new bits of tech, and perhaps possibly more importantly, that we can help actually create opportunities to use these techs, to create those kind of compelling case studies that helps them grow and demonstrate by demonstrating their ability. So lots of interesting stuff going on at Project 369. If you're interested in working with us or being part of the group, please get in touch, and we'll be doing more of these videos to tell you more about the work that we do. Thanks very much.